Yo. What the fuck is going on with OBS right now? This looks like shit. They've done something to this. They've done something to this. It doesn't look very good anymore. Oh well. Alright, we're gonna do some GTA. We're gonna get this going. The Casino Diamonds. I know they put diamonds on here, so I'm gonna get those going. Hey, JB, what are you saying, bro? I'm good, thank you. How are you doing? Ooh, we're going to the pier, huh? Alright, it's been a while since I've been over there. I can't lie, I've misplaced my glasses, so, I'm a bit blind, actually. Well, I can see fine, but it's a little bit more blurry than I would like. Oh, well. That's good to hear, bro. I'm glad that you're doing well. Is this him over here?
There is. I've uploaded a Securo-Serve app for you to hack his phone and get those login details. Thing works well, but you need to stick close to get the data. Shit, he's on to you.
Wait.
Try and complete the hack if you can. Otherwise, you might need to put him down. Well,
wait, I could just kill him the whole time.
Lose the heat and make your way over to the casino.
That's actually pretty easy. I don't know why I never thought of doing that the first time. Fair enough. So, okay, fair enough. I mean, I could have just done that the whole time instead of trying to hack it, but fair enough. Yeah, cool. 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 You learn something new every day. Hey, Blurp, what's up? Well, it'd been very nice to know if I had known that. I mean, I think I probably did know that and I just forgot, but I could have saved so much time in the last few months doing that. Oh, then again, yeah, the cops take a long time to get... I guess if it's on the pier, it's not so bad because it's quite far away. You haven't got to waste a lot of time. By the time you get to the casino, you've probably already... Yeah. I guess if it's closer than the pier, then yeah, you're probably wasting time. But if it's the pier one, that's not so bad, actually. That might be the strat for the pier. Just because it's so far away, you might as well. I'll keep that in mind for next time. How do I like the theme for the PS5? Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, bro.
Search for a Wi-Fi signal we can piggyback on. And try not to look too conspicuous while you do it.
Throwing a party at your penthouse? Speak with
what are we doing here?
From last night's debauchery will be
it's this one, isn't it?
Right away.
I'm in the system. Time to have some fun.
Just chilling right now. You were going to watch some Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but you checked to see if I was on. Yeah, I only just started streaming. I wasn't sure if I was going to stream today, but I decided to in the end. Which one do I use? PS4, PS3, or PS1? What about PS2?
You might find something.
What about that one? Thank you.
Holy shit! That's a...
Love you, Rockstar. Thank you for the diamonds.
I smell a bidding war. Good job. Come back when you're ready.
Use the PS3, it takes you back. Yeah, I'm currently using the PS3 one as well. But they're all pretty cool, I guess. Alright, that's fine, that's easy. I love the casino scope out. It's so much easier than Cayo Perico. Way quicker too, if you have one like that. That's crazy. Now I remember why we used to grind casino so much. To be fair, casino is way more fun than Cayo Perico as well. Cayo Perico is a fucking boring heist. Whereas, like, casino's actually a lot of fun. Oh, what the fuck? Oh shit! I need to go sell my nightclub after this. All right. Okay, we'll do one and then we'll go sell. Ooh. Oh, I Silent Sneaky 2? Oh, shit. Silent Sneaky Diamonds? That's crazy. If I can get Rebecca on, that's crazy. And it's hard mode?
Security's gonna be tighter and overall could be tricky.
Yo, that's...
Pay may also be better. It's your call.
That's fucking nuts.
If you have a solid heist crew behind you.
Yeah, you know what? Silent Sneaky hard for diamonds? That's a fucking madness. That's a fucking madness right there. That is awesome. Alright, let me have a look at that. I need to do a couple of things for this heist, but I don't know what. I need to do the under 10 minutes. That's easy, but I'm not doing it on this one. There's no way I'm wasting the diamonds for that. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm gonna do everything I can to maximize my diamonds. Steal variations of loot on hard. I think I have only done artwork, so diamonds will be one of those. Beautiful. Steal 50 million. This will count nicely towards that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's fucking gorgeous right there. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Have I played any new Fortnite season yet? No, I've not played any of. I've actually not played Fortnite since the since it was Chapter 2 remix. I've not played it at all since then. I haven't even loaded the game, I don't think, since then. What are we doing? Oh, wait. Since this is Silent Sneaky, yeah? Since this is Silent Sneaky, I only need that. I don't even need anything good for that. Oh, that's so fucking good, man. Oh, my days. I will probably use Page, but I only need the 5%. Get 5% for cars. 5% for, guns.
Yeah, every team needs a Carl. Let's hope he can find guns better than he can shoot them, huh?
Let's take you, and then we'll take Kareem.
Say what you like about Kareem. He's cheap.
Paige, we're probably gonna have to take Paige. I don't want to risk it, you know. I know that we've done hack on before with Johan, but like I don't want to risk. Diamonds is so good, I don't want to risk it. We'll think about that one. But yeah, as for Fortnite, I don't know. I just haven't really felt like it. I don't know. Like I'll probably play it eventually, but it's just I'm not really feeling it right now. I think a big thing that really put me off was when they announced that it's hit scan weapons. I was really hoping it would be projectile based again, like Chapter 5, and then as soon as I heard it was hit scan, I was like, yeah, this shit's gonna be nah, it's not gonna be good for me. So I was like, I'll probably play it, but just not. I don't know. I might play it later this week. I might leave it until next week. I've heard that they're adding the grapple hook back in week 4. I think they said. I think the leakers were saying week 4. So maybe I'll go back on then. But I just at the moment I don't know. For Winterfest I'll go on. I definitely will go on for Winterfest. But at the moment I'm not really that excited about it just because of the hit scan weapons. Hit scan is such a I don't know. I was hoping that they would keep hit scan for just OG Fortnite, and then they would have projectiles for projectile base for modern Fortnite. But for some reason, Epic was like, "Yeah, let's go back to hit scan based weapons for some reason." So I think that's going to be probably most of Chapter 6 is going to be hit scan. But yeah, it's whatever. I've heard it's good though. I know a lot of people like Dean and have been saying it's good, so you know I'm sure I believe them, you know. Just I'll probably just wait a little bit before I try it. Oh, nice.
Bingo, bring it home.
Gozer's model's a bit rough, is it? I haven't even seen it other than in the trailer, to be honest with you. Does he like walk around the map or something, or does he like not in like what does he do? Like is he just walking around or?
That's some arsenal or what? Bring it in. And I shouldn't have to say it, but
Oh yeah, I can't call them Lester on this, can I?
Police officers, because they're after you. What do you need?
Yeah, you can't call Lester on this. Fuck.
Wow.
Oh, you're referring to the skin version. I've not seen that one either, to be fair. I don't think I've seen that one at all. Well, I'm sure I'll see it eventually when I eventually bother to give it a go. Who knows? I guess we'll see. No, I just can't bring myself to play. I don't know. I lost all my interest. Like, I was really excited for the chapter and everything, and then as soon as they announced hit scan weapons, I was like, this shit, nah, come on, man. I was so disappointed. I was so fucking disappointed with it. I understand why they did hit scan, because it's such a popular thing, but it's 2024. Why are we going back to hit scan in 2024, man? Epic. I hope GTA 6 moves away from hit scan. That's one of my main issues with GTA, is that you shoot the sniper rifle and it hits no matter what. As long as you're aiming wherever you're shooting at, whoever walks in that way, you'll hit them. There's no, like, if you're shooting from up in the fucking mountain and you're shooting down at, like, the city, you could, in theory, if you could see that far, hit someone instantly. Which makes no sense. But I could forgive Rockstar, because it is a 2013 game designed in 2011 and 12. I can completely forgive Rockstar for that, but GTA 6 needs to have projectile based. Otherwise, I'll be pissed. Ooh. Ah, come on. Why would you turn? Why would you turn? Oh, this isn't fun. Rockstar, this isn't fun. This is ancient ass gameplay, Rockstar, where you've got to dodge fucking police cars. What am I supposed to do there? Just, there's nothing I can do. Not really matters. Oh, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What? Wait. Rockstar, what the fuck? Oh, they put spike strips down. And they've, like, glitched above the... So they're not... they're above the ground. Oh, I love that. Good stuff. We love it. We love it. Let's go. Fuck it. There's always a way around this. The good thing is, because the arcade is right next to the river, I can just drive down here and the cops will never find me. Actually, would they find me in here? I think they will eventually, right? But let's give it a go. It would save me going into the subway tunnels. I think they would eventually find me if they went up here and then went down the road, but I don't think there's any cops nearby enough. Yeah, there's no one near enough to do that, so I can just chill here. Although you... Ooh, I don't like you. I don't like where you're going. Do not turn left. Oh. Oh, he's turning left. Fuck. I was really hoping he wouldn't. Do not turn left. Stay going forward. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I think he was eventually going to turn, but you know what? It's fine.
likely be dropped in the
Oh yeah, I remember now.
disposal. You might want to remember this on the heist, otherwise you'll be down to just a pistol.
No, I love this arcade location just purely for the fact that it's an amazing... Like, you can just go into the river, chill, and then drive up this little pathway, and you're right at your arcade. Fuck. Don't do that, though. Don't hit that. Actually, can I call Muck quickly? Because I need to, Oh, you can't call him on the mission. Fuck you, then. Can't call him on the mission. Can't call him when you're inside your arcade. When can you call this motherfucker? Never, apparently. This motherfucker does not want to be contacted. I respect that, you know. He understands his work-life balance, and he has a boundaries on that. But it's still, it's so annoying. I just want to call this motherfucker, and I can't. Every time I try to call him, he's like, nope. Not picking up the phone. Alright, so we've got weapons. Obviously, now we've got the ST Classics to do. I always like the ST Classics, so we're gonna definitely do those. The Asbo, or the Kanjo, or the Sentinel. I remember, yeah, loads of people would pick the Sentinel Classics. But I can't lie, I'd always pick the Issies. I don't know. I know they're shit, but I don't know. There's something about driving the Issies that just is fun. It doesn't really matter. It depends. If you use the helicopter method, it doesn't matter anyway, but... And if you're using the method where you just pick up whatever cars possible and go, again, it doesn't matter. But I can't lie, I do like the Issies. But the Sentinels are better. The Sentinel Classics are a better choice for speed. Oh shit! Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait, there's a cargo bob here? Damn. The amount of times I've done this, I've never even bothered using the... I could have used the cargo bob the whole time. Not that it really matters considering how close they are. Fucking hell, bro, calm. Calm down. Jeez. Jeez Louise, you didn't have to be that accurate. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not particularly excited for this next DLC that they're bringing out. The whole... What's it even called? What's it even called? I can't remember the name of it now, you know? That's how little I care. But I can't lie, I'm not particularly excited about it. It just doesn't look very good to me. It has some random new lady that I don't care about. If they're gonna bring back someone, I know it's not FIB, but bring back Miss Rackman, alright? Mrs. Rackman was a fucking legend. They bring out this new lady I've never heard of, don't care about her. It's like, how am I gonna even... How are they even gonna do that? How are you gonna get me to have to deal with another new person I don't care about? Like, I need to have characters from the past to give a shit. You know, like, I like the idea of working with Mrs. Rackman again, especially since we haven't worked with Mrs. Rackman since, I believe, Doomsday. I don't think we've ever worked with her again. So, I mean, that would have been a great opportunity to bring back Mrs. Rackman for a new heist, or not really a heist, but a new missions. No, it didn't do that. They brought in, whatever her name is, Jodie or something. You haven't even heard of it. Yeah, that's how unimportant or how unimpressive or all the above. That's how bad it is. It just looks so mid. I don't know what it is about Rockstar today in this day and age, but they're just so boring with what they do. They don't try to do anything that's really unique. You know, long gone are the days of when we used to get Doomsday and Casino. Nowadays we get random missions and you have to buy the Darnell Bros building, which makes no sense because I'm pretty sure Lester owns that place or at least runs it. So that would imply that we buy it from him, which is a bit of a stupid thing to do if you think about it. Like if you're trying to keep that shit you know, hidden. Why would you buy the place that the old criminal mastermind, the old heist mastermind used to own? It just seems a bit silly to me. So I'm not a very big fan of that. And then we have to work with Pavel again, which that's something I definitely I don't ever want to do. But there you go, we've got to do that. Ugh, horrible. Hey Joe, what are you saying, bro? I'm not looking forward to it. I really am not. Coming out 10th of December though, so it's quite early, you know, 7 days from now. Pretty impressive. I mean, usually it's a little bit later than that, I feel. 11th, 12th, 13th, I think. I think once we even had it on the 15th or the 17th of December. So, you know what? Fair play to Rockstar. 10th of December is pretty good. But I can't just find, I just cannot be excited for this anymore. It's been 4 years since a heist. 4 years of pain and suffering since a heist. We used to get heists every 2 years under, you know, in the old days. Heist in 2015, we got Doomsday in 2017, we got Casino in 2019, then we got Kaya in 1 year, which was 2020. And then we haven't had a heist since. I guess you could argue Contract, but I wouldn't say Contract's a heist. It's like a heist. It's not a heist, though. Pavel's annoying, yes. I can't wait to see how annoying he is in this one. You can join, JB. Hey, Caitlin. You're playing Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's very fun. Which one you playing? You chill, play FM24 because you're finally unbanned, so to speak. What are you saying, bro? Well, I'm glad you've been able to play games again. Sounds pretty dead if not been able to play. Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. I'm just, you know... just disappointed, you know? Disappointed in a lot of things at the moment. You know, what's new, I guess. I've been disappointed in lots of things for years.
You remember I directed your attention to some keypads when you were looking around the casino.
The 2013 one. Oh, what, the reboot? I guess it was a reboot at that time.
Which means we need to go all the way up the chain to the server farm in the Noose headquarters.
Oh, the server farm. Fun one.
To get into a government facility? That's right, a government agent. I found one with an appropriately awful human rights record for you to take out and impersonate. Use this card to get into the facility.
Last few days you've been playing Dave the Diver on Steam. Hey, at least it gave you a reason and an opportunity to finish something you bought, you know, ages ago and never finished.
An agent to get into a government facility to get a hack for the keypads at the casino.
Yeah, if it's the one from 2013, it's probably the reboot then. Because the original Tomb Raiders were very different from the reboot. And then they stopped making the original ones because they were apparently quite offensive to people. I know they're doing another reboot now where they're combine. Well, it's not. I don't know if it's a reboot, but they're combining the 2013 Lara with the original style. So that's nice. They're kind of making her finally be a badass again. It's cool. But I know a lot of people are upset because they're not making her have big tits again like she used to have. She used to have massive tits and then they reduced them in the reboot, which some people didn't like. I don't really care. I don't care about tit size. I just like that she was cooler in the original one. She was really badass, and then in the reboot she was quite not. I mean, I guess you could still argue she was badass, but she was cooler in the originals. But I guess she was more two-dimensional in the originals in many ways. So I don't know. I'm excited to see what they do to combine the two. You know, get the badass moments that the originals had, but with the more, you know, built out, in-depth version of her that we got in the reboots. So I guess that's cool. But the originals used to be so much fun. '13 remaster. Wait. You talking about like you talk? If you're talking about Tomb Raider 2013, it's not a remaster. It's a reboot. It has nothing like the originals. It's not like a remaster or a remake. It's a reboot, as in it's a whole new story. It's a new interpretation of her. You find it funny when people bitch about trivial stuff like the titty reduction? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why people care about the tit size so much. Like, that's not important.
Now, the device you're looking for should be close. It'll be a small device, likely stored in a boring metal case. You know, it's the government. They're not exactly for computers. It's dead quiet down there. Just a few guards and a load of security cameras. See this as practice for the main event. And try not to get spotted. Well, the alarm was going to be raised at some point. The deep state's after you now.
How the fuck did I used to do this? Did I just run around looking for it? There used to be a method. I used to know what I was doing. You thought they're big in this version? No, they're small compared to what they used to be like. If you look up the original Lara Croft, her tits were huge. People bitching about Rogue having a flash in X-Men 97. Why are people watching X-Men 97 to get a hit of an ass? Like, you know, is that what they do? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like Saints Row, yeah, where it's a reboot. It's a reinterpretation of the story. I think the issue was they found with the original a lot is that they were kind of struggling to find new ideas, and also the whole, you know, a lot of people that apparently gamers were looking for more in-depth stories rather than just kind of like characters that were just, you know, hey, you know, let's throw them into a story kind of thing. They were looking for, which to be fair makes sense because a lot of people were looking for more in-depth, you know, like Last of Us came out and yeah, a lot of people were looking for more in-depth stories for their video games, but so yeah, they rebooted it. They gave it a whole brand new. But Saints Row is not the one made by the company who made Saints Row. Saints Row was made by the same company. It was made by Volition, who made Saints Row, all the Saints Rows. Volition. I mean, you could argue whether there was that many people left at Volition after all the years. You know, was it a different company at that point, you know? I suppose you could argue that one. But it was the same company who made the two Saints Rows. Or all the Saints Rows. To be fair, last time I watched the X-Men, the original X-Men cartoon, I never really paid attention to that stuff. I was too busy just looking at Wolverine and seeing him going fucking nuts. Being angry all the time. That was fun. Oh, what am I doing, bro? I forgot. There's a fucking hack. I'm running around like a blind bat. Like, no, there's literally a fucking hack. Of course. You can tell I've not done Casino in fucking ages. That's funny. Oh, it was on sale, was it, Kalen? The thing is, about like Lara Croft, right? I actually was fine with the redesign of her. I just wish that they hadn't changed like so much of the character. Because I really love the old Tomb Raider games, and then yeah, they got rid of so much of the character because of, well, them wanting to try to make it more modern, I guess. But the original character was really fun. I mean, she was very two-dimensional at times, but I don't know, I really liked her. I really liked the whole Tomb Raider series. I thought it was fun. and then they kind of stopped making them. They went down the other path with the newer Tomb Raiders where they just kind of got a bit too much, which I think ended up not selling as well as they had hoped, because turns out a lot of people out there just want to have a fun adventure game. Shame, really. But by the time they realized that, it was too late, so that's why I think they're rebooting it again. Although, to be fair, I don't know if this is a reboot or if this is like telling the story of her when she's older. Like, if it's the same Lara Croft from the reboot but older, which would still work because, you know, she would. It makes sense if she's older, she would be more experienced. She'd be more, you know, she'd be willing to do these kind of. She'd be less like whiny, I guess. No, not saying that she was whiny, but she'd feel. I don't know. She'd just come across a lot more confident that she does, like she does in the original series, where she's a fucking like literally a Tomb Raider, whereas in the newer one she never really felt that way. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to have a more experienced Tomb Raider. I'm just worried they're going to reboot Uncharted next. You can't wait to play a woman in GTA. Yeah, you and like the vast majority of the player base, apparently. From what I've seen, the vast majority of the player base is extremely excited to play as a woman in GTA 6. I mean, there will be a nude mod very quick on the PC version, no doubt. So one thing you can count on when it comes to stuff like that. It's actually one of the biggest things. I mean, to be fair, like, sex sells, right? So people will, of course, make that stuff. I know that there's some very, very high quality Skyrim mods on PC. Like, we're talking like high quality 4K nude mods, and I've seen some madnesses. Like, they're very detailed. Someone spent a lot of time designing them, which I'm not sure how I feel about that. They had that much time on their hands to design it, but, you know, fair enough to them. Good for them, I suppose. There's one for Tomb Raider, there is, yes. There's quite a fair few for Tomb Raider. Also Sims. Sims is a really good one. The Wicked Whims mods and all the other stuff that people have made for Sims. That's quite the enterprise. You know, you can make a lot of money as well. Like, people who make nude stuff for different games, they can make a lot of money. Because there's a lot of people out there that will donate significant money to those people. It's definitely a bit odd that they're so dedicated to it, but I mean, at the same time, I can't really hate, because fair play, like, if that's what they want to do, and they make money from it as well, I mean, you know, fair play. Getting to make money for making new character models, hell yeah. That's great.
Hey, which one of my skills?
Of course, I can't call Lester.
Wow, weirdo.
The uncensored The Sims. Oh, they do a lot more than uncensor The Sims. If you just uncensor The Sims, they're just blank. They're like Ken dolls. But if these mods add a lot of details to them. A lot of details. I've seen some very graphic Sims mods. Oh yeah, like you'd have to know obviously to do that stuff. It's not easy to make models. Modeling work is very difficult. You know, it takes, you have to have you know, an eye for it as well. Like I could never make models in games because I just do not have the natural eye for it. Like, it's the little things, you know, it's all the little details that I just would miss out on. I would maybe be able to design the overall design, but as soon as I'd have to start making actual details, 100% I'd mess them up. You know, it's like with people when they paint or they draw, you know, it's the things, it's little things like shadows and shading, you know, you would think it's simple, right, but it's really not. It takes a real eye for it, and, you know, a bit of shading and a bit of shadow work can take an okay picture and make it amazing. The same thing is true of like 3D modeling. It's very, very, you know, very, very, very time consuming and very, very much, you know, you need to train and practice for it. And some people just will never be able to do it. Me being one of them, I'm never going to be able to do like that kind of stuff. So if I ever did make a video game of some form in the future, I would have to pay someone to make me some models because I would not be able to do it myself. Some people do that. It's like some indie devs, they make all that stuff themselves. You know, they follow tutorials and they make it all themselves. It's great. I can never do that. I can never get to that point. Coding stuff, okay, fair enough. Probably could do that, fine. Maybe need some outside help on certain things. But modeling? Oh no, I would certainly need someone else to do that. Oh, for fuck's sake. JB, you need to go over here, bro. Well, if you're going to tell a story, wait until after you've come over here, because I need you to come over here for me to continue. I'm telling you, this is what's gonna slow me down. Like I could do this in probably a fraction of time, but because I'm waiting for someone, it's someone who's gonna take a fucking lifetime. I could have done this mission probably before he even gets here. I probably could have done the mission on my own. Yeah, it's gonna take forever. Hey, Super Russ up, man. How you doing? You know what? I'm just gonna rejoin and do it myself because this is gonna take fucking forever. He's not even moved. He's not even moved one inch. Get the fuck out of that. You're great just looking for fellow grinders. Oh, you're a grinder, yeah? How's your grind been going? You been preparing for the next update? I forgot I spawn in here now, don't I? Oh, I need to change this because this is going to be such a slow spawn. I like coming here, but it's just so slow compared to when I spawn somewhere else. Especially if I'm doing casino, I should really ideally spawn in the arcade, right? Well. It's a nice change of pace, you know. I don't really see that apartment very often, so it's nice to see it. To be fair, that's like most of my businesses now. I don't really ever see them. Actually, speaking of which, whilst I'm outside, I might as well call up Mutt and get him on the phone. See what he's saying.
Hello, hello.
Yep, thank you. Buy that.
I'll call my buddy in pharmaceuticals. Gonna cost you, but I can get what we need.
You only grind business supplies you've legitimately earned and saved 306 mil. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. That's pretty good. You'll be having plenty of money to pay for the next update. Wasn't the original Tomb Raider like Peggy 12? The original Tomb Raider, I don't even know. I don't even know if Peggy... I don't think Peggy was really used back then. You know, not as much as it is now. It was a different... what do they call, ratings agency in the UK back then. Peggy's more of a more modern thing in the UK. Whereas the original Tomb Raider would have been more like 90s. Anyone who helps you grind, you run the Bogdan heist for them. That's pretty nice of you. It was T in the US, probably. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it would have been in the UK. Alright, this is a straight simple sale. Yeah, this is just a straight sale. Ooh, do I go along the Western Highway? I'll go with Western Highway, I think. You're the Robin Hood of Rockstar, are you? Fair enough. Why not? If I remember correctly from Tomb Raider, there was some like... I think there was other stuff in it as well that wasn't just violence. There was some other kind of references to certain things, if I remember correctly. I'm not 100% sure though, it's been a while. Any second now, we're gonna get the message from JB saying what the story was, and that would be around the same time that he would start moving. So I'd been standing outside that building just waiting for this entire time until he sends that message. Then it would have taken him time to get to me, so it would have been that plus however long that would have been. Oof. I'm glad I left because that would have been so painfully slow. You only played the first Tomb Raider, well, the original one in the 90s. Oh, there you go, there you go. I told you, this is it. So he's finally finished typing up that story, and now he would start slowly making his way to me. Painful. The co-worker that you tell a little kid in the school and got in your face, grabbed my hand, was about to fight you, and you report him for that, and he grabbed your arm, and the teachers were so proud of you, and you said, walk away. Story of work today. The co-worker that worked with you. Wait, is he like a proper teacher, JB, or is he like someone else who helps? Looks like I have a lot of loot. Yeah, I've got, how much do I have? 1 million, I think? Something like that. I forgot it was even building up, to be honest with you. I haven't sold it in ages. I stopped paying attention to stuff. He tells the kids that to give you a wedgie. He tells the kids to give you a wedgie. What the hell? Bro, you need to... That's weird, man. That's weird. Can't lie, bro. That's weird. That's good that you reported them. 1 billion. Oh, yeah. I used to grind this game a lot more when I was a couple years ago. I used to grind the hell out of this game, so made about 1.2 billion. Then I stopped grinding for a while. And I've kind of come back to playing the game a bit now. I want to hit 1.5 before GTA 6 comes out. Just kind of say I did it. But it's a struggle because I don't really have the same energy I had when I first grinded. When I used to grind every day to 1 billion, it was, I don't know, there was something in me, a fire, I suppose, to get there. But I don't really have as much energy anymore. I do everything. I mean, I grind my businesses. I mean, I think I've made like 400 million from the bunker, 200 and something million from the nightclub. I have no idea how much I've made from acid. Probably not that much, so I don't really use it much. And then I've got a variety of things from the MCs, but I don't really pay attention to the MCs much anymore. I must have been playing longer. I've been playing since day one, I suppose. But on this account, I've only been playing since 2016, which I suppose is now almost 10 years when you think about it, actually. It's been a while. She called his mum. Bro, what do you mean she called his mum? What kind of worker? What kind of co-worker? Oh, is he like with you, JB? Where is he doing the same program as you or whatever? That's really weird. I mean, I've never had a co-worker who gets their mum called on them, bro. Oh, pull up. This thing's heavy as fuck. Come on, up. I forgot how heavy the thing is. Although I remember when they first did this DLC, and I remember they had those really big ones, so you'd have to fly them in the cargo bomb, and that was just not fun. Because they would barely go above the water. I remember the first time I had to sell one of those really big trucks with the cargo bomb, and I remember just gliding it across the water and hoping if there was no big waves. Jeez, man, it really pulls down on the cargo bomb. There we go. You've been playing like 11 years. What, since 2013? Not bad. I'll take a million. A million? I'll take it. Oh, he got a launching car of 100,000? What a cheeky bastard. Actually, whilst I'm up here, I might as well check my bunker, right? And then head back down to do casino.
Great.
Thank you, Tony. You got in trouble on consequences from the teacher and principal. Bro, I can't lie, that's a madness. I don't know how, bro, you get into so many arguments and like issues with work. I can't lie, like most people probably don't get into that much when it comes to work. I don't know how you manage it. Most people probably haven't got the time or energy to get into drama at work. Oh, can we land it? Can we land it? Oh, good time. Oh, that was beautiful. I mean, a little bit of a... I wish he didn't move a little. I guess it makes sense at that speed. He would kind of do that little jolt forward, but that's great still. Still have it, you know. I still have good landing skills with my parachuting. Back when I used to grind out parachute jumps over and over again to practice. Good times. I miss the simpler days of GTA Online when we just do parachute jumps over and over. Alright. Buy supplies. Please be something simple. Start your job about 5 months ago and you notice there's a lot of drama. Yeah, I don't know why. Some workplaces have a lot more drama than others. I don't know why. You work at a hospital. I've heard that hospitals can be quite dramatic at times with the amount of, you know, the people around there can be very quick to bitch about others, which is sad. Fat drama, you grow out of it. I hope so, JB. I hope so, bro. You definitely made the right decision reporting him instead of fighting him or whatever you wanted to do. It's not good to fight co-workers. Is it a full moon? Because it's really bright. I mean, I know the game's bright anyway, but geez, it's really bright. Feels like daylight. This is like a cloudy British day. You can't even ask a question without someone telling you about the drama behind your question. That's a shit work environment. If that's like you get drama even just asking a question. That's sad. I don't know why. I don't know. Lots of adults out there have a lot too much time on their hands. Walk always. Yes, walk always. Follow the blue path. Plant that oak tree. Just remember, at least you're getting paid. At least you're getting paid for it. You know, well, you know what? In school, drama didn't pay you anything. Now you get paid for dealing with drama. But no, in all seriousness, though, it is sad that adults in jobs as well have to be like that. My motto is just to get through life as quick as possible. And not have to deal with any of that shit. That's basically how I like to live. Just get through it, move on. Work is just a place to go to get paid. I don't know why people have to make it into something more. I suppose maybe some people get really bored of, you know, work, so they try to fill it up with something more interesting. Which is sad, because they should really do something else. They should do like a hobby or something on the side. Then they wouldn't be so bored. Do I really? Nah, I don't need it. I can leave them alone, right? Yeah, I'll leave them alone. They ain't gonna kill me. Oh. They are hitting me, though. It would help if they did just stop on a dot. Like, I wish you could drop these things without stopping. I don't know why, but the game's so insistent on you stopping to deliver stuff. Oh, beautiful. Love this thing so much. I love how, although this game came out, what, 11 years ago now? Rockstar still makes the buzzard the workhorse of the entire game. Like, that thing is everywhere. I quite like the buzzard, but it is a bit too much. Like, it's way too overrepresented in this game now. We need some more annihilators everywhere. Like, the annihilators were awesome in GTA 4. I used to love when you'd be chased by the SWAT or the noose, and then, you know, you'd have like the annihilators on you, and that was great. Shooting them down was so much fun. Alright, well anyway, that's out of the way, so let's go do acid now. Oh. Your co-worker called you in to cover his shift. You did, and a chick got mad at you for taking overtime away. Oh yeah, I don't know. There's some people out there just constantly want to have something to complain about, I suppose. So she was probably just... Yeah, I guess she probably just felt like you're an easy target for her to complain about. Especially if you've only just started recently, you can't really do much about it. I think that's the worst thing, is that when you're new, you can't really do much. So you just kind of have to take it. It's not so bad when you've been around for a while, but yeah, when you're new, it's like you don't want to get fired, or you don't want to cause issues, make everyone else hate you. Because inevitably people take the side of the person who's been there longer. Service vehicles, acid lab. It always puts it in the place I don't want it. Alright. How much do we have in here? That'd be something good. Oh, it's maxed out? Oh, shit. I didn't even realize. You know what? Let's just boost it now so I haven't got to come back. Because if I sell it, I've got to come back to boost it as effort. So let's just boost it now. I know I'll lose a bit of time on it, but I don't care. Just do it. Just get out of the way. Alright, yeah, good job, good job. I don't know why Mutt couldn't do that, you know? I don't know what expertise I have, but that Mutt doesn't have. I didn't know I was such a professional drug seller, or drug maker, I guess. Sell that. Well, she's just an apprentice. Why is she so rude then? If she's just an apprentice, that's crazy. Now, some people are just cooked from the get-go. Ooh, I don't like this one. Nah, that's sus, you know. That's sus. Yeah, let's not do it there. There's a bunch of people there. Let's do it here. No one's gonna possibly see it here. 5 foot away from that one. Ah, see? No one saw a thing. Easy peasy. I'm the Walter Mutz Jesse. Oh, hell nah. The thing is, I don't think in this game we've ever made drugs. Like, this is the thing, we've never ever made drugs before. Like, we've hired people to make drugs, but we've never actually made drugs. So I don't know where bro's got his expertise from, and he's just somehow managed to perfect the formula. That's why I like Chinatown Wars. Chinatown Wars, you just bought and sold drugs. I love that game. That game was great. Like, being able to buy drugs, or you'd get like a little notification from some drug dealer saying, hey, we've got a sale on our drugs today. Come and buy them and we'll give them to you for like half price. And then you'd go over there, buy all their drugs up, all their like supply, and then you would keep them on you at your house, your safe house or whatever, until when they would, like, you know, someone else would say, hey, look, I'm in need of this many drugs, and we're gonna pay like double, and then you go over there and sell your drugs to them. I loved that. It was so much fun. I had no idea. I just loved being able to buy stuff, store it, and then sell it for a higher amount. It was great. And then they never really, sadly, ever reused that method, that like whole idea. Alright, there's no one there. Yeah, Chinatown Wars is just such a great game. Like, one of my favorite GTA games. No joke. I love that game. It deserves way, way more attention than it actually received. I think it's because it was on the DS initially, and a lot of people didn't really pay attention to it. But it's sad because it's got it's got a great version of Liberty City. Like, it's the fact they were able to take Liberty City, GTA 4's Liberty City, and put it into that onto a DS. Now, obviously, there was a lot of things they had to do to make it simple. You know, like, you know, a lot of the roads have been redone to not be multiple levels. Like, the highway and stuff is all the same levels as normal roads and stuff like that. But that's fine. Like, they did a great job doing it, and it looks great. It looks really fucking good. And it had really cool mechanics with the whole touchscreen, being able to, you know, wire, you know, to steal cars. You'd have to, like, wire the cars, and you'd have to, you know, smash windows to get out of them when you're in the water. That was so cool. But a lot of people, bollocks. A lot of people don't really understand or appreciate Chinatown Wars.
If it isn't my creepy silent friend, how can I help? So you don't want to get in serious trouble, huh? Okay, leave it with me.
That game was just so good. Way, way, way better than people make it out to be. And it's a sad thing as well, because that's the last time we had a portable, mobile version of a GTA game, I suppose. You know, we had GTA. We had the original GTA, I believe, was put on the Game Boy Color at one point. We had GTA Advance, which was, you know, the Game Boy Advance GTA, which was, you know, GTA 3's Liberty City. And then we had, obviously, Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. Some of the best GTA games. And then we had Chinatown Wars. And that was it. We never had another one after that. I keep hoping one day that Rockstar will make a mobile version of GTA Online. Not like, you know, the same one, but just something to play on your phone when you're a bit bored, when you're waiting for something. Because I always think that. Like, I'll be like, oh, you know what? I wish I could do something on GTA Online when I'm sitting... I'll be sitting around somewhere. Oh, I wish I could do that on GTA Online. Oh, yeah, I see you, sus motherfucker. I see you. Let's put the drugs around the back. But yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get a mobile version of anything like that. But I see other companies, you know, you see Warzone, you know, Call of Duty, you got Fortnite has obviously got a full mobile version. And now I've been seeing some good ports of some games I used to play on PC, Empire Total War, for example, and that's been ported to mobile. I'm like, bro, like, I would pay good money to play GTA on my phone. But I guess not. Alright, I've made, what, 1.5 million today? 1.5, 1.6 million today? I haven't even done any of the time trials yet. And I haven't even gone and collected all my money that's in the salvage yard and in the other building I own. Oh yeah, Resident Evil 7 on phones, yeah. Oh yeah, Apex Legends. Minecraft is a good one, because Minecraft on the phone's really good now. Like, because it's like... Isn't it feature parity now? It used to be like a special one. I remember getting it for like 10p back in the day when they first released Minecraft on the phone. They sold it for like 10p or some shit like that. It was something really cheap. And I remember picking up then when it was really cheap, because it was like Minecraft mobile, much more basic than the PC version. But I swear it's like equal now with the other versions. That's awesome. There's some really good games like that on mobile, which some of which are like full versions, some of which are kind of like pared down versions. But I like that they're there, and I'd love to have something like that on. I'd love to have GTA do something like that, because, you know, I appreciate the GTA, Chinatown Wars, GTA 3, you know, all the other GTA games are on. You know, they got what? GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, they got Bully, which is not, let's just say GTA games, let's cut Bully out, you know, Chinatown Wars, so that's great. So they got those games. And they've now put the definitive editions on the phone as well. So that's nice. But I want to have a GTA Online style game. Either GTA... Yeah, like, give me GTA Online. Like, give me a much more basic version of GTA Online that I can play purely on my phone when I'm bored. When I'm out, you know, when I'm out and about on the bus or whatever. I'm chilling on the bus. And I want to play a game. There you go. Let me do that. Because I've got like 40 minutes sometimes on the bus where I've got to chill and do nothing on the bus when I'm on my way home. I'd love to play GTA in that time. Hell yeah. Rockstar, please. I know I could, I suppose you could... Is GTA available on the Xbox Game Pass, like, streaming service? I suppose you could do that, but I mean, it's not really the same, is it? Do I sleep on the... Sometimes I sleep on the bus. Not all the time, though. Sometimes I sleep on the bus. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I like to play a game or read. Just depends on the day. Depends how tired I am that day. Some days I'm really tired, some days I'm not. Some days I'm like falling asleep the second I get on the bus. Some days I'm chill. I'm calm. Oh. Ah, you fucker. Still make it though. Yes, we still made it. I couldn't believe I hit the fence on the little corner there. It's my bad. Still made it though. Alright, where's the other time trials? Wait. Have I played this week? Oh no, there it is. I was gonna say, have I played this week? No, I don't think I had. It's on the game clouding. Ah. That's sad if it's not on game clouding. If you can't, like, play it in, you know, like, stream it. Because that would be great, like... Streaming GTA would be great, but it wouldn't be as good as just playing a game natively on your phone. So I think it would be nice if they did that one day. It's weird, isn't it, though? Rockstar makes some of the best games in existence, but they're also some of the, like, the worst of, like, adapting to new consoles at the moment, like, new platforms. You know, like, Rockstar was great with the PS2. They took advantage of the PS2 and made GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas, right? They took advantage of the PSP and did, you know, Liberty City and Vice City Stories. They took advantage of the DS and made Chinatown Wars. And here we are today with mobile phones in everyone's pockets. And they're like, nah. Nah, I can't be bothered. I get it, you know, mobile gamers are the most cheap bastards in the world. They don't buy shit. Like, let's just be honest. Mobile gamers don't buy shit. You know, you could sell a game on a mobile phone, 10 quid, and they'll be like, no, I don't want to pay that. But they'll happily splash out hundreds of pounds on in-game transactions on a free game. But I would still like it. Just because I would love to play something like that. Oh.
What have I done?
One thing I'll say I like that Nintendo did is that, you know how they had an Animal Crossing game on the mobile? They shut down the online... Oh, they shut it down, I guess, recently, right? But what they're doing is they've made a completely offline version of it now that you can play on your phone. It's got all the features and functionality of the game that, you know, when it was in support. They've changed a few things. You know, some things don't make sense anymore because of the lack of the, you know, the actual Nintendo service. But you can buy it, and it's like I think it's like $20, but you can get it on sale when it comes out for like $9.99. And I was like, you know what? That's a great way of doing it. Like, make a game, right? Let people pay lots of money, get your money back by letting people buy microtransactions for years, and then you could sell it to them later on for you know, as a full version, the complete edition, for money. The people that have been paying all that money all those years will buy it anyway. And the people that haven't been playing it because they don't want to pay for that money, they'll buy it. Like, because that's something that I might do. You know, Rebecca wants to do it as well. She was, oh, I might buy that because she likes Animal Crossing, right? But the game was just a bit too I don't know, grindy, I suppose.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
But now that it's a full edition, yeah, it makes sense to buy it.
Boys actually keep hard copies.
That game's online. It does have online features, but more so what I mean is more like the functionality, the Nintendo functionality that they have in it. You know how they have different events and stuff, and they all, that's what I mean by online. I don't mean like online, like multiplayer in the sense of you play together. I mean more in the sense of, hey, it's got an online connection, it's an online service game. It's a live service game. But I like that they've done that, so now people can buy it and keep it forever. So, well, as long as their phone plays, I guess. Nintendo's the biggest anti-piracy company when it comes to games. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame them. And Nintendo's very protective of their properties. I don't necessarily blame them for it. I would be protective of it as well if it was my property. If I made a very successful property like Mario and Pokemon, well, I guess they didn't really make... Well, they kind of made Pokemon. They obviously were Game Freak. If I made really successful properties like that, I'd be fucking pissed if people tried pirating it. I don't blame them. Not to say that I don't think that people can pirate. I mean, I couldn't give a shoe shits if people pirate. Doesn't bother me at all, but... I just find it funny when people act surprised when they get done over by it. You know, the amount that person, all those people that were working on that subreddit, that Switch piracy subreddit, and now Nintendo has been trying to get Reddit to give them all their information, all their user data. I'm like, you motherfuckers are so dumb. Like, why would you ever go onto a piracy subreddit on your main account? You must be some of the dumbest people around. Uh-oh. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Hey, I wasn't even doing anything to you guys. I just drove by. I was on a nice... How do they know it's me? Like, I was just driving by. Like, I could just be a random pedestrian going about my business, and then they just see me, and they're like, oh, yeah, this guy is definitely out to get us. Fuck you guys. Most people that pirate, I'm gonna be straightforward about this. Most people who pirate are just people that don't want to pay. It's very rarely is it a money thing. It's just people that don't want to pay. That's as simple as that. Most people who pirate are just people who don't want to pay money, which is fine. You know, I can understand. But I don't like this moral crusade people have made out with pirating, that it's morally okay to pirate because of whatever reason. It's not. If you want to pirate, don't try to justify it. Just do it, you know? Like, if you're going to pirate, just fucking do it. Don't try to be like, oh, well, I'm only doing it because of yada yada. No, just say, look, I don't want to pay money for a product someone else made for me. It's as simple as that. Couldn't give a shit. Couldn't give a shit. I couldn't give a shit if someone pirates. Couldn't give a shit. Just don't be a bull. Don't just lie and say, oh, it's because of whatever reason. It's purely because they don't want to pay for it. 9 times out of 10, it's that. There are a few people out there that might do it for whatever reason, you know, genuinely they can't afford it, yes. You know, there are some people out there genuinely can't afford it. In a day and age where everything is dead cheap on Steam after a couple of years, not even 6 months in, it's half price on Steam. A year in, it's like 90% off. In that, you know, it's just people don't want to fucking wait. They, you know, they could wait a year, play the game when it's a year old. No, they want it right now. It's as simple as that. They pirate for that reason alone. They just don't want to pay. There are some people out there that might want to try it before you buy it, but then you can do that now on Steam quite easily with just, you know, playing the game and then refunding it if you don't like it. You know? The only one that I have heard, the only excuse I've heard that I genuinely think is, you know, is a genuine reason is when you want to preserve. You want to preserve what you have. You know, when you think about it, a lot of stuff nowadays is what, streaming only, right? Especially like when it comes to like movies and TV, a lot of times it's very hard to get what you want because it's only available. I look at Disney, how they used to vault stuff all the time. So if you didn't buy it when it was available, you couldn't get it. You know, fair enough in that case. I couldn't, you know, again, I couldn't care less if anyone pirates for any reason. It's just, I just wish people wouldn't try to pretend it was for some moral great crusade. It's not. It's just, you know, they don't want to pay. But I just wish that people would have open about that and be like, yeah, 'cause some people do. Some pirates are just like, you know what, I do it because I just don't want to pay. And I'm like, you know what, cool, good for you for being honest. But it's when they start saying stuff like, oh, I'm just doing it because of yada 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 bollocks. I'm like, bro, look, just a minute, you don't want to pay. I'm saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay or not to pirate or not pirate. I'm just saying I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit if people pirate. Just don't bullshit about it. You know? Like, if you're gonna pirate, just be honest about it. You're pirating for whatever reason. Just don't bullshit and blow. Oh, I can't afford it. You know, the people that say they pirate purely because they can't afford it are some of the biggest bullshitters in the world. Especially if you live in a first world country. If you live in fucking Brazil or something, okay, maybe I can understand that. But if you live in the fucking first world country and you've got a job, bro, I can't lie. You should be able to afford to buy stuff you buy. You know? Especially with how much stuff goes on sales these days. Just wait 6 months, wait a year, you get it for like half the price, maybe even more. Like, why would you need to bullshit? Why would you need to pirate? You shouldn't. But again, I couldn't care less if someone does pirate. Just don't bullshit about it. Yeah, Suicide Squad was 95% off. I think they Need for Speed Unbound was 90% off. I think it was. It was like $4.95 or something. But no, the only time I actually think that there is some level of justification for pirating is when you want to own the media. Because a lot of times, yeah, like there's been games and stuff in the past which have been lost because there's no way to buy that. Like, if something is not purchasable physically on a platform in today's world, then I say go ahead, pirate it. You know, if you physically cannot buy something because that game hasn't been on sale and it's still not on sale, like, you know, it's basically been abandoned, then by all means pirate it, whatever. But I have to say, I don't really understand where people are coming from when they get upset that Nintendo's defending their property of a modern day stuff, like, you know, the Switch games. Like, Nintendo didn't even give a shit if you pirate Wii games or Wii U games. As long as you do it on the download, they don't give a shit. But what Nintendo doesn't like is people pirating stuff on their currently supported platform. I don't blame them for that. Like, if someone says, you know, if someone goes and, you know, pirates a GameCube game, it doesn't really affect Nintendo. But pirating fucking Tears of the Kingdom before it even came out on the system, that's bollocks. Like, the fact there were people playing pirated versions of Tears of the Kingdom before it even came out on the bloody Switch, legit. That at that point, I have no sympathy for people who get caught. I'm like, you're blatantly pirating a game that Nintendo needs to make money from to pay for more games. Like, they need that money to make more games, right? You're taking away money that will be used to make more games. So as someone who is a consumer, I'm pissed at that. Because I want Nintendo to make more games. I want all these companies to make more games. I'd get fucking pissed if someone pirates a brand new game, because I'm like, you're taking away money from that which may be used to make another one. I couldn't care less if you pirate something that's 20 years old, 10 years old, even 5 years old. I couldn't care. But when you start pirating stuff that literally came out, and especially when you pirated it before it fucking came out, I'm like, bro, come on. You're just taking the piss at that point. You know, you're just taking the piss. Like, that's not right. That's not what you're not preserving shit. You're not You're not, you know, doing anything to help or whatever. You're just taking away from Nintendo, who pay their developers, who pay their marketers, who pay their artists, you know, everyone. They have all these different people that make stuff for them, and you're taking away the money from those people. And then people say, oh, well, you know, well, they'll still get paid, but, you know, and I'm like, yeah, okay, they might get paid. But what happens if Nintendo says, well, we won't make another version of that game? Or, you know, okay, maybe it's not as much of an issue with Zelda because Zelda will always make a lot of money. But what happens if it's like a smaller game that they make and then they take away money from them and they say, fuck it, it's not worth making anymore? Like, one of the things that fucked over a PSP, if anyone's ever wondered why the PSP, that was full of piracy, that platform. That platform was super easy to pirate on, right? And the problem is that a lot of developers stopped making games for the PSP towards the end of the life cycle because they didn't get any money because people were pirating their games from like day one. So a lot of developers just stopped caring about the PSP, and that affected their developments on Vita because a lot of developers didn't see a point developing on the Vita because of that. And it meant that Sony ended up really going overboard trying to stop people pirating by introducing all sorts of restrictions on the, you know, the Vita, by having, you know, custom storage devices on the Vita. You'd have to pay a fortune. You'd have, you know, 8 gigabytes was so expensive. I think it was like 8 gigabytes cost more than a 32 gigabyte just general flash card. Like, it's shit like that pissed me off when people pirate on the currently, you know, running systems. It's one of my policies is I never download games ever on a system that's currently in use. So I'm happy, and I'll be honest, I'm happy to use Wii U games, right? I'm happy to, especially if it's one I've already bought. But, you know, and again, if you've already bought the game, by all means, pirate it. Couldn't give a shit at that point because you've already owned it. But hell, I don't mind even, you know, Wii U games. I'm fine with that. But I've made it a policy. I won't pirate anything to do with Switch until the Switch 2 comes out. And even then, I may wait until, you know, at least another gen after that. It's always been my policy. I don't pirate stuff that is on the, you know, that is still brand new when it comes to games, because it's so important that, you know, they get their money to fund more development. So I just think I do get annoyed when people pirate. And you know what really grinds my gears? You know what really fucking grinds my gears? And this is real, right? People who pirate games and then stream them. Because not only, because you're making money off some, so the idea of streaming games is that, you know, there have been some companies, you know, who've been talking about how they want, you know, they don't think it's fair that people can stream their games because they make money off their game, right? But most people in the industry, most game developers and most game publishers understand that the potential that making YouTube videos and streaming generate for their games, right? What really annoys me is when people don't even buy the games. They fucking pirate the game to then stream. So they're enriching themselves streaming on YouTube, right? But then they don't put anything into the pot for other people. So they're happy to take and get money put into their pot, but they're not happy to put money into the pot for other people in the future. I hate that shit. And so I make it a policy I will not watch a streamer if they pirate games. And there are some people that I know who stream, and I do not watch their streams because they pirate games. I just don't like it. I think it's really, really disgusting that you pirate a brand new game and then you stream it and make money off that stream, and that original company gets fuck all. Whereas at least if you buy the game, you're paying for the game. If you stream, you make your money back. You know, if you buy a £60 game and they make £120 from your streaming and YouTube videos, at least you've paid for the game, right? At least that way they get their payment, you get your payment, right? You know, everyone's happy, everyone's square. But when you go and pirate a brand new £60 game and then make 120 out of it, fuck, you're making pure profit. You've not spent anything. You've not put anything back. That's fucked, man. That's greedy. And at that point, I have no sympathy for these people, especially because if you stream, you know, again, the whole third world and second world argument goes out of it in that case, because a lot of times if you stream in those places and someone donates $5, that $5 goes a lot further than it does in a first world country. So if you live in fucking, I don't know, Kazakhstan or some shit, I don't know, let's just say a random country, Kazakhstan, and you're streaming, right? You're going to be making that $5 is going to go so fucking far compared to someone who lives in the US or the UK. And then you have the nerve to not fucking pay for any games because of whatever reason. Again, if it's not available where you live, fine. If you live somewhere where genuinely it's not available, fine, whatever, don't care. But I just find it really, really I just think it's really scummy to do that. To not even buy a game that's brand new, pirate it as soon as it's available, and then fucking stream it. The audacity to stream something that you don't even own. And again, this is not something that, this isn't talking about ROMs from the Game Boy Advance, the SNES, the N64, the Game Boy One, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color, the DS, even PS1, PS2, PS3. That's not even that. Like, those, it is understandable why people pirate that shit, because it is hard. If you have a PS4 and 5, you can't play PS3 games. You have to go and get a PS3, and that's old, and they're quite hard to get now sometimes. I can get it, but bro, if you can buy and play the game of your choice on a modern day platform that's still supported, no, you shouldn't. You shouldn't pirate it. You shouldn't pirate it at that point. You should just fucking, pay up. If you have a PS5, you can play PS4 games. If you have an Xbox Series X, you can play any Xbox One game. If you have a Switch 2, when that comes out, apparently the rumor is that I'll play Switch 1 games. You have no excuse at that point for a brand new game. You have no excuse for anything that's still in support. So people that bullshit and say, oh, it's because of some moralistic reason. Nah, it's bollocks. Just be honest. It's because you don't want to pay. You don't think the developers of that game, you don't think the people behind that game, the game that you got time out of, potentially even hundreds of hours of fun out of, you don't think they deserve to get paid for it.
But at least he's not driving home. Catch him as he staggers down the street and steal his key card.
Which is fucked. AF can't get GTA. He can get it from Australia. He bought it from his Australian account. So again, there are ways around getting games if you can't get them in your area. It's just a lack of desire to. The amount of people I heard talking about, oh, well, it's morally okay to pirate Sony games because Sony put a PlayStation account requirement on their games was ridiculous. These people saying, oh, well, it's morally okay to start pirating stuff because they have to sign up to a fucking account. Like, the fucking, the hoops these people will do, the mental gymnastics these people will go through to justify it, rather than just own up and say it's because you don't want to pay. That's it. And that's what annoys me. When pirates own up to it, I'm fine with it. Because again, I can understand it completely. If you don't want to pay, you don't want to pay. But just fuck me, man. Don't try to pretend that it's because of some, oh, because I'm doing it to stand up against big corporations taking the piss. You're not doing it because of that. You're not doing it because you want to take a stand against big corporations. If you did, you wouldn't buy those. You wouldn't play those games. If you genuinely have an issue with EA, you don't pirate EA games. If you genuinely have an issue about Ubisoft, you don't pirate Ubisoft games. You just don't do it. You just don't engage with them. I have an issue with Call of Duty. I have an issue with Activision. Right? I hate Activision. I hate Call of Duty. I don't pirate those games because I don't like them. I don't think they're good games, and I think that they take the piss. And people are blind to keep buying them. People are really blind. They keep buying the same fucking game released time and time again. But I don't sit there and go, well, I'll pirate it then because I don't want to buy it. I just don't play it because why would I? If I have an issue with that company, why would I play it in any sense? Why would I want to play it? But there's people out there that go, well, I don't like that company, so I'll pirate it. It's like, well, if you don't like that company, don't play the game. What happens if you pirate because the filmmaker's a known abuser, nonce rapist? Or a racist, even? The way I see it is because there's other people that make the stuff. It's not just the, it's not just the filmmaker. There's other people behind it as well. There's the people that do all the, the visual work and the music and the sound. It's not just that. There's loads of people that have to, that's their entire livelihood, and they're usually not getting paid anywhere near as much as the fucking director or whoever. They're usually the one getting paid fuck all. So they really rely on those things. They really rely on the little bits of money they might get from it. So I don't particularly love it, but again, I don't really care if someone does. You know what I mean? Like, just don't try to make it into some sort of moral thing. The people that quietly pirate and just stay quiet about it, I couldn't care less for them, you know. But it's the ones who go on social media and they're proud. They go, oh, look at me, I'm a pirate, I'm a modern day pirate, I pirate games because I can. It's like, bro, it's the most cringe thing you can do. It's the most cringe thing you can do. If you want to pirate, fine, pirate quietly, stay quiet about it, but don't be going around pirating it and then fucking going, oh, look at me, I'm a fucking pirate, I really stuck it to EA or Ubisoft or whatever. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't stick it to anyone. All you've done is meant that those people that worked on the game get paid a little bit less next time. Like, you haven't stuck it to anyone other than... So just stay quiet about it, do your own thing, cool. Just don't be one of those fucking knobheads that sits on social media and fucking talks about it. But, oh, no, I'm a fuck, you know. Remember, it's morally okay to pirate. It's morally okay to take stuff from a large corporation. It's like... Whatever your reason for hating a large corporation, don't try and fucking justify it. Just don't engage in it, or if you are, just stay quiet. But these motherfuckers, they're so loud about it. Always makes me laugh whenever I see these motherfuckers and they're like going on about it. I'm like, geez, man. Is that really what gets you through the day, is pirating other people's stuff? Is that really what defines you as a person? Is that you pirate? Well done for you. Well done, you're able to download something. Good for you. But it is what it is. I think the main part of my gripe is just how loud they are about it, you know? That's probably more than anything. It's just how loud they are about it, because it's just... They're so obnoxiously loud about stuff like that. So I saw in Pirate and GTA 4 if they don't want to use the Rockstar. Oh yeah, loads of people say that they don't like using the Rockstar launcher. This the amount of complaints I've heard about Rockstar launcher, right? And I'm like, bro, the Rockstar launcher isn't even that bad. Like, is it great to have an extra launcher in the game? No, it does. I don't particularly love it, but I've never had an issue with any of the launchers that they've ever included in games ever. Like, I've never had an issue with any of them. You know, just don't run them. Like, you know, I know people say, oh, why is everything in your launcher? And I'm like, yeah, you know what, fine, but you don't, it's not that big of a deal to have a launcher in your game. The amount of resource, like back in, you know, the Windows XP era, yeah, I could understand, because every bit of RAM was something you needed to really be careful about. You know, you needed every megabyte that was consumed by a random launcher was like, yeah, that's gonna really affect your performance. But nowadays, if you've got a PC that's built for gaming, you're going to have at least 32, 64 gigabytes of RAM, at least 32 now in 2024. You're not going to build a gaming PC with without 32 gigs, right? And you're probably going to have 64 now. Let's be real. So if you're really struggling, if your gaming performance is really affected by having one extra launcher open, then you've got bigger issues than that launcher. You've got something significantly wrong with your PC if it's having issues running an extra launcher. I have all my launchers open at the same time and I have no substantial effect on my PC. Uses maybe a gig max, all of them open. I don't know why people act like it's such a big deal. The motherfuckers out there who act like it's still Windows XP. There's so many people out there like, oh, you know, they talk about their PC like they're running Windows fucking 2000, Windows ME, and they're talking about they have like maybe 256 megabytes of RAM and a single core processor. It's like, bro, you've probably got an 8-core processor, at least a 6-core processor, and you've probably got about 32 gigs of RAM. And you've got yourself the beefiest GPU known to mankind. And most of these motherfuckers are running like 4070s, 4080s, maybe even 4090s, and they're complaining about an extra launcher affecting their PC. Like, bro, if you've got a 4090 and your PC's getting affected by an extra launcher, you've got some massive issues. You got some massive issues, because fuck me, man, a 4090 and you're having issues. Nah, that's crazy, man. Nah, just be honest, just be open about it, you know? If you're gonna pirate, you just do it because you want to pirate, simple as that. And a lot of times it is convenience. I mean, Gabe Newell is true about that, you know, he was right about that. It is about convenience. For example, if a game is available, right, but you have to, you know, let's say, for example, if I want to play a game, right, and it is available, but it means I've got to get my PS3 out and play it like that. I'll be honest, I'll be real. I prefer just to download it on my PC and play it like that. Simple as that. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna bullshit and say it's because of whatever. I'll be honest, that's the reason.
Hey, what's up?
You good?
But yeah. No, for me, it's just, yeah, it's how loud they are, how obnoxious they are about it. And then, again, the thing that really gets it is when they start streaming it on Twitch and YouTube. And it's like a modern day game that they, you know, that they're basically making money from when other people, they haven't paid their dues.
Found their Life Invader profile pic. Use it to find them.
Yeah, like something like that is fine because again, it's not really easy. Well, I wouldn't say it's fine, but I can understand the reasoning for it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong or morally right or wrong. I'm just saying like I can understand the reason a little bit better than someone who, you know, bullshits
This is easier than I thought. Get the pass before they wake up.
when they, you know, say, oh, well, it's because of whatever.
Damn it! Where's the pass? The idiot must have dropped it somewhere around there.
But yeah, like I don't know. For me, there's multiple reasons to it. There's multiple things that kind of make me more, you know, more or less. But again, ultimately, I don't care as long as people don't advertise it all the time. But I don't like that. That's one of the things about internet culture I don't like is just how brazen people are about stuff like that. Like, it makes them cool. You know? I prefer the days when people just kept that shit to themselves.
You don't need to bring that in. Not yet, at least. Just hold on to it until I see you next.
Someone who pirates GTA 6 because they don't want to pay $60. Yeah, that's pretty sad, bro. It's $60, bro. $60 to play one of the biggest and most insane games of all time, bro. Come on. Nah, the amount of people out there that pirate a game get like hundreds of hours of gameplay out of it, and then they have the fucking nerve to say, "Oh, I pirated it because of, you know, oh, because I don't like EA." Like, I've heard that story way too much. I've heard that story way too much, bro. You know, there'd be like someone, oh, I pirated this because of whatever reason. I don't like EA, I don't like Activision. And then someone's like, how many hours did you get on it? And they go, oh yeah, like 400. I'm like, bro, 400 hours. Surely you should pay something at that point. 400 hours, come on. I've pirated in the past. I pirated a game that I liked, that I wanted to try out, Tropico 3. I didn't know, I was quite young at the time. I think I was about 14. I didn't have any money to like buy stuff, so I pirated Tropico 3. I played it for about 20 hours, and then I went on Steam and I bought it. And then I also bought Tropico 4 when that came out. And then I bought Tropico 5. So I've paid my dues in that sense. I've bought a lot of their games. Yeah, and you know, stuff like that, you know. But I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, because of what, I'm not gonna justify that I did it. I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. But at the end of the day, I did it. I'm not going to go around saying to people, oh, you should definitely pirate. Just be like, well, if you do it, keep it yourself. Especially nowadays. Again, I think a lot of the kids these days, they don't understand how lucky they have it. Because for anyone who's been in PC gaming for years now, you'll know how fucking atrocious it was. If you go back to the mid-2000s, oh my days, man. Getting games was so difficult sometimes because they would, you know, you'd have to. No, it was ridiculous. Before Steam, people really don't realize how easy it is because of Steam. You'd have to go and find the games on disc, right? Not too bad. And then you would have a bunch of different discs you'd have to install. Great. And then you'd find out the game either doesn't work on your system or works like shit. Great. You can't take it back because you've opened it. You can't refund. You can't sell it because, you know, companies wouldn't take PC games, or they would only take only take them for very cheap. So you would do. So basically, buying a PC game was hell. A lot of times the ports were really bad. You know, you didn't have, you know, some of the games didn't even have like proper settings, like PC settings. So you couldn't change, you know, visuals or anything. You would just be stuck with certain resolutions or really shit resolutions. Horrible experience, right? And yet nowadays, you can just rock up, And you've got Steam, you go on Steam, load it up, boom. Game you like, click, buy, done. Click, install, done. Let it sit. You play it, you've got 2 hours to refund it. If you don't like it for any reason, within 2 hours, click refund, done. If you go beyond that, you can send them a message and say, hey, look, you know, I'm sorry, I played 2.5 hours of this, but it turns out it doesn't run very well, I don't like it, whatever. They'll probably still authorize a refund. Boom, done. Done. That's it. It's so easy now. Like, people don't realize how great Steam is. So all these kids out there who are talking about like pirating and you know, I'm like, bro, you've grown up in the best time for you know, PC video gaming. It's the golden era. People do not realize that PC gaming at the moment is a golden era. If anyone who was around PC gaming during the mid 2000s, you know how horrible it was. It was not fun. And then there was also the era where ports just didn't happen. There was so many ports where so many times you just didn't get ports. Halo 3, for example, never happened on PC. And Microsoft had just completely given up on PC at one point. Like, people do not realize how good they have it now when it comes to PC stuff. When even Sony, even PlayStation is releasing fucking PC games, bro. Like, the fact that you can go and buy yourself Spider-Man 2 on Steam in January, I think it is. That's crazy. That's crazy. Buying a Sony game, seeing a Sony game, a PlayStation exclusive now on PC, Horizon, God of War, Days Gone, seeing them on PC, incredible. Never would have happened. Even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, it didn't happen. So people do not realize that they live in a golden era for PC gaming. Like, holy shit, PC gaming has never been better.
The first rule on the art of war is to know your enemy, which I interpret to mean observing their every move through a highly mobile, extremely discreet nano drone. And the cops use drones all over town.
So I've got no
Till now, bring a bunch of them down. Don't
for me, it's just like, when I see stuff like that, I'm just like, bro, you do not understand how great it is.
much smaller, and we'll have the perfect nano tool for
I guess, you know what, though?
unbreachable security.
I would say movies and TV is kind of like, it's kind of gone the opposite almost. There was a golden era at one point for you know, when Netflix first came out, where everything was still available easily on physical media, and Netflix had almost everything that was like modern. And then you had, you know, sort of for a very low price, and then you also had the ability to, you know, rent stuff digitally if you wanted to, or physically if you wanted to. There was so many options. Nowadays, I can understand movie and TV is so shit now because of the fact that almost everything is, you know, they're determined to make it as split up as possible when it comes to streaming services. And a lot of times, like, the physical stuff comes out, like, really late on compared to streaming stuff. I can see. But gaming is a different beast. Gaming is genuinely the golden era. So there's no excuse when it comes to gaming, because it's like, it's a golden era right now. It is genuinely a golden era. The only thing I would say that they could improve is archiving old stuff. Like, I do think that all the companies should, you know, do a lot more to kind of archive old content. You know, like, a lot of old content is lost, and I think that they need to do a better job at bringing it back so that everyone can access it anytime they want. But you know, all in all, it's a pretty good time. Music, I'd say music's an interesting place because it's very hard to get MP3s these days, or FLACs, I suppose, of like mainstream stuff, I find. But the streaming services are fucking amazing for music. You know, you have so many of them, and Spotify is very big, very popular. You got that. You got YouTube Music. You got Tidal. You know, and almost all of them will end up having most of the libraries available as well. So music is in an interesting spot when it comes to stuff like that. They're all in different spots right now. Yeah, to get all the video streaming stuff, you need to really have a lot of money. Like, it's insane. It's more expensive than cable now. Oh yeah, porn is insanely pirated. Because it's expensive, isn't it? You know, if you want to buy, like, I mean, who does that, right? But there are people out there who will buy porn and then it's expensive if I remember correctly. From I know it sounds mad, but yeah, when I was younger, I remember seeing these videos on like, you know, obviously all the normal sites, and they would always have like the value in them, like how much it costs to buy them, and then a lot of them are like 29, 30 bucks for one fucking movie. I'm like, bro, who the fuck's paying 30 bucks for porn? But then some motherfucker had to put it on the website. But yeah, porn's very pirated. I suppose a lot of people, what they do is they find someone they like their actors and actresses, right, and they like to stick with them. So they'll pay for that, or they'll pirate it. You know what's funny though? OnlyFans is crazy, yeah. There's a whole market for, there's a whole market of pirated OnlyFans. I swear I heard someone, like, had given over $1 million to their favorite OnlyFans model, too. You know what, though? I'm sure they can... I'm sure they're coping with that. I'm sure those OnlyFans models are coping, because they... You know, if you got... Imagine if you got $1 million from someone just for the OnlyFans content. Crazy. I can see why people do that shit, though. I can see why people do that. If I was a woman, I would highly consider OnlyFans, which is sad. It's sad that we've created a society where women have to fucking sell their bodies to make a fair wage, but I mean, you know, I just wish we live in a society where men could do the same. Ain't no one paying for a man's fucking OnlyFans, bro. Well, then again, there probably are a few like gay OnlyFans accounts that are really popular, but I can't imagine it's to the same extent as straight women. Well, I guess lesbian women thinking about it, because men don't care. Straight men don't care if you're a gay or straight woman. It doesn't matter. Straight men don't care. You know, they're like, oh yeah, we'll watch it anyway. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Whereas I feel with men, it's like not as easy, because straight men, like, I guess, then again though, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Would straight women and lesbian women be up for watching gay men? I don't know. If paying for film school cost you an arm and a leg, you would low-key consider it. No, I can't lie. Like, Rebecca sometimes says that to me. She's like, "Oh, would you be okay if I did OnlyFans? If I like sold like feet pictures or whatever?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "No, don't do that. It's degenerate." But you know what? I don't blame people for doing it. At the end of the day, if you have the assets, right? You can. If you have the assets, why not? I think that's like probably the oldest. That's probably the oldest thing in history, like in human society, is probably selling. You know, your body is probably like the most, like one of the oldest forms of making money in society, or making some sort of, you know, getting something in society. You know, we know that prostitution has been a thing for thousands of years. So I guess it makes sense, right? We know we've evolved a long way from being apes, but we're still apes at our core. So there's what it is. I can't lie though. I know. I can't lie. If I was still looking, like, if I was still dating, right, and I was looking for a woman, and they said that they had done OnlyFans, I can't lie. I know it sounds a bit, I know. I don't think I couldn't be with her. I couldn't be with someone who's done OnlyFans before. You know, I know some people say it's judgy, but I couldn't. Like, I wouldn't have anything against them. Like, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, you're a fucking slag or whatever. I'd be like, I look, you know, I just can't do it. You know, I can't get over that. You know, like I couldn't get over it. myself. I wouldn't be able to, but
Masterpiece of surveillance technology.
I don't care if someone else has.
I mean undetectable. Just ask the lady across the street from me. She won't know what you're talking about.
Like, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't get with a sex worker either. Like, again, I don't have no issues with someone being a sex worker. You know, get your bag and all that, but I just couldn't be with them myself. But I know some people... I know that in the modern day, like, thought process, I know that some people would say that's judgy or wrong. But I just can't get with it, you know? Like, I've got no issue with someone being a sex worker. I just couldn't be with one myself. Same with someone who made like a Pornhub video or something. I couldn't be with it. I couldn't be with them at that point. I just would be put off. Yeah, the sex working industry is not great. For a lot, you know, with a lot of the people in it. Yeah, there's some very scummy people in there. There's a lot of exploitation. I heard that Belgium has legalized sex work, so there's like protections now and pensions and stuff, which I think is pretty good. Like, good for Belgium. You know, like that's how you do it. You know, legalize it and then regulate the fuck out of it. You know. But I'm gonna be real though, I can't lie, modern day porn is shit. I'm gonna be straight up about that, bro. Modern day porn is absolute garbage. It's so fake. Which, I mean, it always has been, but like, it just feels fake whenever you see it. Like, it's garbage, and it's just not, it's nothing like what real relationships are like, or at least they shouldn't be. Like, the amount of men that I hear that have no idea how to have a healthy relationship or healthy sex is crazy, because they've watched so much porn and then they go into it thinking that's how it is. It's like, bro, it's nothing like that. It's just shit, not gonna lie, it's just shit. The best stuff is those old videos you'd see from like the, you know, the 80s and 90s. Good times. Then it went downhill. Yeah, there's a lot of like stepbrother and in some cases real brother relationships on there. It's like really weird. It's funny how that works. I always hear like, so it's always interesting when you see these like pictures of like what the most, you know, these like where people put together like data of what the most searched terms are in each country. And some of the Middle Eastern countries are wild. Some of them have got some mad, like, I guess because you can't really talk about a lot of that stuff in those countries. So they have like really, really questionable, you know, they I guess they have like kinks that they can't really, you know, experience. So they like to, they look for it online. It's, yeah, very, very interesting, some of them. But nah, it's not very good stuff. I highly recommend against it, you know. Find real relationships with real people. Don't worry, don't waste your time on porn. Porn's shit. Yeah, I leveled up, JB, thank you. I have to say though, it was funny though when I was a kid. We used to have some fucking hilarious... You know what's funny, though? I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the best part of porn... Actually, the vast majority of the time, the best part of porn is not the actual porn itself, but the storylines. Because they're so bad now that they're actually funny. Like, some of the storylines I've seen in the past, they make me laugh. Like, I'll be sitting there watching like it's a comedy. Because it's just that ridiculous. The actual, like, content is shit. But the ridiculousness of the actual storyline is what makes it great. So if someone could go along and like censor out or like cut out all the unnecessary bits and just focus on purely just the storylines, I would watch that. Like if someone put together a compilation of all the storylines from like a series, I would watch it. I would sit down and watch that shit because that shit would be hilarious. I mean, you know, it's just fucking hilarious how many people seem to get stuck in washing machines. I have no idea. I've never once... Oh, fuck. I've never once managed to get stuck in a washing machine, and I don't know anyone who's managed to get stuck in a washing machine before, but there's been a lot of stories like that in porn where they get stuck in washing machines. I have no idea how, but they do. So I'd be up for that, you know? I would watch that shit in a heartbeat. I want to know how Samantha got stuck in the washing machine. I would like to... They could flesh it out too and, you know, kind of expand on the beginning, you know, how it gets there. Like, I want to know how the fuck did Samantha get stuck in the washing machine? Like, why was she leaning so far into the washing machine that she got stuck? You know, how? How does that happen? What was she wearing on her belt? Why was she wearing a belt that had something on it that caused her to get stuck? I want to know. I want to understand. Parody porn of stuff where they just slap on some dumbass costume and the storyline so whack. Yeah, that'd be... No, honestly, that'd be fucking hilarious. How does it work? I don't know, bro. I don't even know if the weather command even works anymore. Bro, I'm getting killed. I mean, to be fair, it's because I'm not really doing anything to take cover, but... I remember GTA 5, it's best just to, like... Who gives a shit if you end up dying all the time, you know? There's no punishment for dying. You saw a Batman one with an AK. Oh, that's fire. I can't lie, that's fire. That'd be absolute fire. Nah, see, that's actually it, you know. That's what's good about that kind of stuff. So yeah, if someone like made a parody of it, that'd be great. Like that'd be fucking hilarious to watch. Like, we love Batman, you know. Batman with AK is seriously one of the best things that could happen to humanity. Do not mind you're doing CO. Alright, bro. Enjoy. Bro. I mean, in hindsight, doing this mission with a bike, probably not the best idea. But, oh well. Maybe they're parodying Zack Snyder's Batman, but the costume was more More like the Clooney Kilmer nipple ones. Ah, yeah, of course they have one with nipples on it. Whoa! Calm the fuck down. Oh boy. You kind of fuck with the nipple suits. Yeah, I like the nipple suits too, to be fair. I know people say like why would they have nipples, like why do they need them, but you know what, it just looks funny. Like I'm fine with that. It makes it unique, you know. Oh, bollocks. "21 days until Christmas Eve." Is it really, bro? I swear, like, JB's like a calendar, you know, because he reminds you about Christmas. Like, I forget that Christmas is even coming up half the time. You like how homoerotic those specific Batman films are? Well, the ones with the boy Wonder, who ended up. You know what's funny? When I saw him, because I hadn't seen those films before until like a couple years ago, and I remember watching them. I was like, wait, he looks familiar, and I realized it's the same guy who played a character on that. Oh, what was that show? The one that was set in LA, NCIS. I was like, bro, this guy is the guy who played the guy in NCIS with LL Cool J. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I couldn't believe it. That was probably one of the biggest shocks when I saw that, and I realized. I was like, holy shit. I like him too, you know. They were directed by Joel Schumacher, a gay man. Oh, that might be it. That explains it then, I guess. No, I mean, I know people don't particularly like those ones. But I have no issues with any of them. To be fair, I like all the Batman films, even not so good ones. I enjoy. I don't know. I just, you know me though. I don't really care. Like I'm not like that fussed if it's like a good or bad film or whatever. I just enjoy watching everything. There's only a few films where I'm like, yeah, I do not want to watch that again. Most films I'm the very worst indifferent about, and I'm like, There's only very few films in history that have made me go, yeah, I'm never watching that film ever again. I can't lie though, I'm Joker 2 is pretty close to that line, I feel, for me. Like I would maybe rewatch that again in like 20 years. But I'm kind of like on the fence with that one still. Like 20 years in the future and I'm drunk. I'm a little bit, you know, drunk. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it might be, you know. I mean, it was pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty questionable. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they made it. There must be some sort of like reason why it was made like that. There has to be. And I want to know, like, all the executives who thought it would be like, who went along with it. They didn't think, maybe we should probably do something about this. Maybe we should, like, step in. I want to know, like, why they didn't. Like, why do they think, yeah, this is a good idea? Sancho's coming to town. Ryan's coming to town. Why would I be coming to town, bro? Alright, I've got a few more to do now. Do I need to... I don't need to do infiltration, right? Oh, but you need... Oh, I don't need night vision, but if I'm doing EMP device, then yes, night vision would make a lot of sense. I don't need to do it, but if I'm doing diamond, I might as well, right? Yeah, if I'm doing diamond, I might as well. I want to do it properly if I'm doing diamond, man. Diamond. Afroman's coming to town. Oh, yeah, Afroman. Who doesn't love a bit of Afroman, right? Oh, I'm getting tired. Do one or two more of these and I'm done. I've been actually sleeping quite well last couple of days. I've been sleeping around 12-ish every night. That's why I've not been streaming as much as I've been going to bed. I'm gonna keep it up. Because you know me, I get to this point where I end up fucking up my sleep for 3 or 4 months and then I end up sleeping well for about a week or two and then I end up fucking up again. I want to keep it consistent. If I can go to... My goal is, on the weekends, no later than 3. On the weekdays, no later than 1 to 1:30. That's good for me. You know? I'm used to living my life with very little sleep. But now that I'm 30, I'm too old for this shit. I can't do it anymore. I can't. I find myself that if I'm tired by midday. I mean, you know, it makes sense, right? But I'm tired by midday. Like, midday, I'm done. I'm ready to go to bed. And then I've got to get through the rest of the day. I've got to get to about 5. And then I go and see Rebecca sometimes. I'm tired. So I'm like, you know what? If I go to bed no later than 3 on the weekends, and no later than 1:30 on the weekdays, that's amazing. Obviously, I want to stream earlier as well, so I can go to bed earlier. But the problem is, every time I try streaming earlier, something comes up. I've been having so much shit going on recently. It's really been pissing me off, actually. I'm in such a bad mood recently because I've got so much shit going on in my life. It's pissing me off, man. I can't enjoy anything because I'm just so pissed off during the day. And then I get in, yeah, and I've got to do shit at home as well. I've got to get all this shit done that should have been done in the past by other people, but never got done. So now I've got to pick up the pieces. So, you know what? Usually by this time, I'm feeling quite relaxed. Like, I'm usually feeling quite relaxed up to Christmas. In the run up to Christmas, I just feel very whole and, you know, no stress, or very little stress usually. Because I stopped caring about stuff. But this Christmas, fuck me, man. December the 4th, I'm still stressed the fuck out. And then every day I hear JB, he's like, oh, only this many days to Christmas. Christmas, woohoo, love Christmas, excited for Christmas. And I'm just sitting here like, motherfucker, really? Really? Because I'm not excited, I'm fucking stressed, bro. It's one of the reasons I've not played Fortnite as well. Like, not only am I not interested in the hit scan weapons, but I'm also just not in the mood for it because I'm just like, I'm not in the mood to sit down and play Fortnite and get fucked up by some guy with a laser beam. I'm not in the mood for it. So I'm just like, you know what? For now, I'm just going to skip out on Fortnite. At least if I'm playing GTA on my own, I'm relaxed. But it's true though, they say, you know, stress is a silent killer. I can believe it, bro. I can believe it. I mean, I've always been more... I don't know. I've always had more of a stress part of my life. I've always dealt with stress like that. You know, some people are very good with dealing with it. I've never been good with it. Like people say, meditate, bro. I've meditated. I've tried to. That shit makes me more stressed. That shit makes me more fucking stressed. Like clear your mind. I'm like, bro, that makes me more stressed. Clearing my mind. And like, listen, you know, listen to relaxing music, bro. That makes me more stressed. I hear relaxing music, and it's like hearing a boss music on fucking Dark Souls or something, or Elden Ring. I'm like, oh shit, okay, it's boss time, baby. Doesn't work for me. I already know I'm gonna die before I'm 60. I already know because my heart's gonna give out. My heart's gonna give out from all the stress.
I hope you enjoy the company of police officers because they're after you.
So I highly recommend people try to keep yourself stress free. You know, find things that relax you. Find things that you can take your mind. You know, kind of relax and take your mind off things. Highly recommend it because you will regret it if you don't. I can't lie, man. 2 years ago, life was calm. Even like 3 years ago, life... No, actually, no. You know what? 4 years ago, 4 to 5 years ago, life was calm. I know people had a lot of issues with the pandemic. I can't lie, but you know what? That was the calmest my life has ever been. I've never been so calm as during the pandemic. I genuinely... That was the best my life has ever been. Just pure calm. Every day I woke up relaxed. Every day. I woke up relaxed, I went to bed relaxed. Every single day. Oh. Oh, COVID's so good. Playing GTA 4 during the days. Playing GTA 5 in the evenings. Playing RimWorld at night. Gorgeous. Not a care in the world. Alright, I think that's it. I'm starting to yawn and I'm getting delirious. You know when I start getting delirious, that's it. That's it. That's the end of it. That's time to go to bed. Oh, all right. So, oh yeah. By the way, I finished my. I managed to finish the screen. You know, it's got the wave. You got the darker. You got the red and the blue. I've adjusted the blue a little bit more so it goes a little bit further across. I put a little bit of a filter on it to make it darker. I'm happy with that now. I'm very happy. I've been looking for something to make it. Like for years, I've had the blue and red. I think it was 21, 22 that I put the blue and red on. And I've been looking for something to complete it, something to finalize it, and that was it. The wave. I should have thought about the wave. But yeah, I'm so happy with that now. So I'm going to use it a lot more. Also, I just want to show for anyone who's not on PlayStation 5. Look at this shit, yeah? Anyone who's on PS5 knows about this shit. This is crazy. Look at this shit. Right? Sony added this out of the blue, right? PlayStation anniversary. Look at this shit, bro. You got yourself different versions of the home screen depending on what you want. So you got obviously the 30th anniversary edition, which I like, you know. 30th anniversary, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. And then you got PlayStation 1. And you got the sounds too. Look at this shit. Oh my days. It's so cool. That's cool. I think the one that's my favorite is the PS2 one. I love the PS2 one, man. The sound is great. Oh, that is such a classic sound right there. Ah. Oh. The memories of that. Loading up the menu, or loading up the save files and then, you know, deleting them and all that. So that's what you could really do on the PS2. PS3, this is the one I've been having. I love the PS3. I spent a lot of time on the PS3. I like the top right where the time is, because although to be fair, the original PS3 didn't have that. The original PS3 firmware didn't have any of that. So this is based more on the later firmware. But it's still pretty cool. And then they got PS4. And hearing that sound, oh boy, that's nostalgic in its own way. But the one I've been having is the PS3 one, which I think is my favorite all around, just because it looks good, it sounds good. I just wish they had animated the wave. The reason I wanted to show this is you can see the wave at the top right now. The way that Sony does backgrounds on this system is there's not really any themes. Every single thing you have has its own like background. Like if you go on, for example, GTA, you see everything has got its own background. There is no universal background on PS5. There isn't one. The closest one you'll find is if you go to the settings, and that's the closest thing you'll get, is that like light shining up from the back. That's the closest thing to a universal theme on the PlayStation 5. But most parts of the operating system don't have that. You know, you go to PS, it's all just pictures, see? Also, one thing I also like the idea of here is, did they get rid of it? Got rid of it, the bastards. They had it all laid out nicely not that long ago, where you would have like PlayStation 1, 2, 3 games all listed out, but they seem to have got rid of that now. I don't know why. Yeah, they had it all listed out. I was like, damn, that's really good, because yeah, one of my issues with PlayStation 5 is there's no way to view if something's a PS1, 2, or 3 game, or PS4 game, or PS5 game. You know, they're all just kind of put into one group. Whereas, you know, I was hoping that they would do that, where they would have different, you know, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5, so you could find what you were looking for. But they did it for a little bit, and then they seem to have got rid of it now, so that's a bit disappointing. But hey, what can you do? You know, that's Sony for you. They're very disappointing. The fuck is this? What? What the fuck is this? What? UFL? What? What the fuck is UFL? Is this a new football game? And they got Ronaldo as the face of it. Thank you, UFL, for putting Ronaldo's face as the face for on my play. Whenever I turn on my PlayStation, that's what I want to see. I want to see Ronaldo looking like that. Yeah, they got rid of it, but whatever. They got rid of the nice, easy to see menu. Sadly, it just seems to all be in one now. But yeah, Sony did a good job with this. So yeah, for anyone who's on PS5 and you haven't restarted your PlayStation, you haven't got this yet, restart your PlayStation. You'll probably get it eventually. It's a really cool little thing from Sony. I love that. Love you, Sony, for this. It's made my life a lot better. Just hearing the PS3 sounds again, absolutely love it. So yeah, you can see the inspiration for my background is all on the PS3. It's not exactly the same. The wave is a little bit different on the PS3. It's a little bit more thickened out. I could do something more like that if I wanted to. I could thicken out the lines and make it all kind of look more, I don't know, blurred, but you know, more I guess more blurred, I suppose. You know, more they come together better. But I like it as it is. I like the lines and I like the way it looks. So I'm gonna keep it like that. Keeps it nice. I've also slowed down the red to blue transition a bit. It used to be, I think, 15 seconds to go back and forth. Now it's about 30 seconds, so it's doubled. I slowed the lines down a bit too, so they're a little bit slower. I think it's very nice. Makes me happy. Makes, you know, I like that kind of. I like it a lot. So I mean, I should do because it's my own thing, right? It'd be bad if I didn't like my own, you know, picture. I guess my own overlay. So I need to keep working on. I like that. I like that kind of overlay. You know, some people have really complex overlays with lots of different little details and stuff, and I'm not about that life. I never have been. It's too much, you know. It's too much. Some of these overlays are really fucking over the top. So I like that. It's nice and simple. But I do need to add more to. I need to finally update the end screen and the away screen and all that, because I still have Twitter on the away screen, I think. Yeah, I still have Twitter on there, and you know me, I don't use Twitter anymore. I need to update that with Blue Sky. Yeah, I have to do that. Anyway, that's that then. So, yeah, that's it. So I hope everyone has a great night. Thank you for watching. I'll be back probably tomorrow with, I don't know. It depends. If Rebecca's on, I'll probably will do Fortnite when Rebecca comes on. I don't know when she'll be on, though. If she's on tomorrow, I'll do Fortnite. If she's not on, then I'll probably just do GTA again, or maybe I'll do something. I have got a few other things I want to play. Maybe I'll play Sparking Zero again. I haven't played that in a while. But, yeah, whilst when Rebecca comes on, I'll play Fortnite. But I can't lie, I'm not particularly excited for it just purely because of the hit scan. You're down for Fortnite whenever you're on. Alright, sounds good, bro. I haven't played it yet. I haven't played it once yet. Have you played it, Joe? I know Dean's played it. Dean's liking it. But, I haven't played it yet. Just the hit scan weapons put me off. As soon as they announced the hit scan weapons are going to be every weapon in the new season, in the new chapter, I was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, I was hoping they would just put hit scan just in original Fortnite. Because obviously OG's coming out, what, like the 5th? OG comes out tomorrow. No, not tomorrow, but the tomorrow, you know, the next tomorrow. So, yeah, it comes out on the 5th, right? So that's cool. Was it 5th or was it the 6th? It was the 5th. I'll give that a go. The mythic sword looks like an L, looks OP, which is an L. Yeah, Dean got a win with the sword. You know, he's pretty happy with the sword. The movement does look good though, other than in build mode where people are like jumping, like wall jumping up the fucking builds. But I think it looks cool for like from what I've heard though, they need more stamina for zero build. You know. I think zero build needs to have more stamina. But to be fair, that's the same issue we had with Chapter 5, where zero build didn't have anywhere near enough stamina. At least at the beginning. I think they improved it later on, didn't they? They added more stamina and made you faster. But one good thing though is they're adding the grappling hook, so I will be enjoying it when the grappling hook's in. Because you know me, I like the grappling hook. But until that point, I'm probably not going to enjoy it that much, just purely for the fact that I'm not a big fan of the whole hit scan thing, and I'm not a big fan of yeah, I'm just not a big fan of that. But we'll see. Maybe I'll like it when I've tried it, but I've just not really been feeling it, you know, because I don't want to play it and then if I'm a bit stressed at the moment, because I don't think it'll be a good idea playing Fortnite when you're stressed, you know. But it depends what happens if she comes on, then yeah, I'll hop on. So I'll ask her tomorrow. I don't know what time she's working tomorrow until, but if she's working till like 7ish or something, or 5 or something, then I'll see if she can get on. Once she's had a nap. When she's had her evening nap, then she can come on. Yeah, that'll be that, I guess. We'll see what happens. But I'll ask her tomorrow. She's asleep right now, so I don't want to ask her. But I'll ask her tomorrow. Anyway, again, thanks everyone. Take care. God bless. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. God bless. Bye.